Hello and welcome. It is, doing the time and date. Okay, so it's 12:08. That would make it 11/8, 2020. So, Hanged Man and Strength, and also 11 Justice. That's so funny because we do have a lot of Libra energy in there, and it's the 11th month of justice and karma. Dun dun. Anyways, this is going to be another Divine Partnership coaching video. I don't think this will be a series, but we'll see because I only get about 7 minutes on my memory at the moment, even though I dumped a whole bunch of apps and stuff. Go figure. Embrace the absurd. But what I wanted to talk about is I know a lot of times when you're checking in on readings, you'll kind of get told there's a throat chakra blockage or whatever chakra blockage. I'm going to focus on the throat chakra on this one. Maybe I will do a series. I'll do a series of the other chakras, but this should be the only one for the throat chakra for right now. And you can often tell if there's a throat chakra blockage either in yourself or if you're in a twin flame journey with your other partner, either because you can sense deceptiveness, or they're not talking to you very much, or when they do talk to you they seem to stop themselves a lot, or maybe they're texting in a funny way, or maybe they're getting reclusive. You can also notice in yourself and anyone around you, anyone that's reflecting you, but especially your twin flame, if you're getting dry throat, coughs, things like that, and it's not you've checked, it's not related to a flu or cold or anything like that. And you can also sense it, the big thing is to look for the reflection, because whether it's a twin flame or a soulmate or karmic or anything else like that, if they've got a throat chakra, of course you both have one. If they have a blockage in their throat chakra, so do you. And there are some fun ways and interesting ways that you can clear and rebalance your throat chakra. One of them is by singing. And, oh, that's so funny. What just popped in my head is savage love. Do, 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 do. Anyways, another song I've really been liking that's been helping clear my throat chakra is that new song Bang by AJR. Yeah, that's just too fun of a song. Anyways, singing is really good. Doing spoken word poetry can be okay. Singing, I think, is better on that. Vocalizing things. And doing videos is good if you can do videos. And most importantly, because the throat chakra has to do with speaking and standing in your truth. It has to do with honesty and justice, ironically. It's usually a blue color, like a sky blue or maybe a deeper blue, but not an indigo. That's usually throat chakra. But if you think about where it is, you can sometimes sense a color coming from it. And if it's anything other than kind of a sky blue color that feels good and nice, you probably you have an imbalance. Either it's overabundant or underabundant, which is where you got to be careful to a degree. You can shift energies in your throat chakra and your twins and anyone around you, throat chakra imbalances, by speaking your truth. And sometimes that just simply comes down to be honest about how you feel. Don't worry about if anybody else cares how you feel or gets upset at how you really feel. Or even, you might not feel the same way you do now in a week or a month or a year, but that's okay. Be present in this moment. What is your truth right now in this moment? And if you're afraid to speak it, ask yourself why. Are you afraid that if you speak it, you might find out that you don't actually feel that way, and then you might have to say, oh, I didn't really feel that way? Or are you worried that in this moment you're in ego or anger, and that you might say something right now that you'll regret saying later? And sometimes it is good to hold that in, but sometimes it's good to let it out too. Are you afraid that if you're honest about how you feel about somebody who's not reciprocating, that people think you're crazy? People are probably going to think you're crazy about something anyway, so, at least you pick oh, what is it? There's a card in the Divine Circus deck that I have that's called the Circus of Love. And it's like, if you're going to be in a circus, why not the Circus of Love, right? It's kind of that embrace the absurd thing. Like, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like your truth. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't like you, even if you're doing everything and pretending to be everything that they say they want. And you're always going to ruffle feathers. And likely even more so if you're being authentic and standing in your truth and having good boundaries. Because a lot of people aren't used to that. They won't even know what to do with it. You'll be tested in so many different ways just to even see if that really is your truth. And then once you're firm about your truth and you evolve and you allow yourself to have new truths or to renew old truths, people are going to think that you're inconsistent. But the truth is that the people that don't get it yet are no different than it's so funny. I'm very pagan, so I don't often you don't often quote the Bible, but it does come up every once in a while. My DM holds faith in those paths too, so I'm not opposed to them or anything. But there was one that I got called to the other day that talked about why Jesus and God speaks in parables, which is like stories. Like I did the reading the other day about the scorpion and the frog, and that's a parable. And so are Proverbs sometimes. And so it's like, why do, if you think of it as, why do wise people or elders or spiritual people or even gurus for that matter, why do we speak in stories and riddles and ambiguities and platitudes? And I loved it because what it effectively said was, because the answers, you already have all the answers. You can get all the answers that you need. And they're usually right in front of you. And sometimes they're not, but a wise person embraces the absurdities and recognizes that if you were just handed all of the answers, it wouldn't be nearly as profound. It wouldn't be nearly as interesting. Whereas, when you learn it yourself, it makes such a big difference, or when you figure it out on your own, it's so different. And sometimes speaking the truth can be scary. Sometimes people will be afraid of your truth or offended by it or something along those lines, and they can speak up and try to shut you up. I mean, we see that a lot politically too. It happens. Anyways, I'm coming to my limit, so thank you so much for watching. I'll probably do a few more videos tonight, take advantage of this good energy. I hope you're enjoying these strangely contrasted videos, and I'll see you in the next one.